Mr. Speaker, many families are struggling to find safe, affordable housing, especially during the current economic downturn. I understand there are a large number of people on waiting lists for affordable housing programs, and that number is growing. My question is for the Minister of Seniors and Housing. What is the minister doing to address the waiting lists and help ensure vulnerable Albertans can find a place to live?
Honourable Minister of Seniors.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you to the member for the question. I share the member's concern about the number of families that are waiting for housing supports. I'm very aware of the need for housing for lower-income Albertans. I can also tell the member that affordable housing is a high priority for our government moving forward. The fact that housing has been added to my ministry's name is one sign that it is a higher priority for our government. We will continue to work with our housing management bodies and community partners to help as many people as possible, Mr. Speaker.
First supplemental.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the same minister, some affordable housing properties, like the townhouses in Londonderry and Edmonton, are being closed because they are in very poor condition and no longer habitable. At a time when we are short of affordable housing units, why are these properties being allowed to deteriorate to the point where no one can live in them?
Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The member has touched on one of the key challenges that we face. Most of our government-owned or supported housing stock is more than 30 years old and in need of significant maintenance and repairs. We inherited a $1 billion maintenance and repair backlog from the previous government. We will ensure capital funding is targeted for repair and maintenance of existing units. Doing this helps us look after what we have and gives management bodies the ability to quickly turn units around to help address waiting lists.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Given that the federal government has promised to invest in affordable housing, can the minister tell us if any of that money will be invested here in Alberta?
Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm very pleased to tell the member that our partnership with the federal government gives me much hope for the future of affordable housing. As the member points out, the new federal government has committed to invest in social infrastructure, which includes affordable housing. We have had discussions with our federal counterparts about these investments, and I expect these discussions will lead to a definite plan in the near future. I look forward to working with my federal counterpart, and I'm confident federal dollars will find their way towards Alberta's affordable housing.